What's up, you guys? Hopefully, you didn't get too diced up today. Let's kind of take a look at today's session and what I'm looking at going into tomorrow. So, starting with news on the schedule, today we had that unemployment claims in the morning. I think there was also an Iran headline. So, this print came in below what the forecast was, meaning that the job market is a little bit stronger than they had anticipated, which does affect rate decisions. Um, and that's more important than the actual unemployment claims itself, I think, for the price action. And then we had that Tokyo Core CPI just come out at 1.8 above what that forecast was. And this industrial big miss, retail sales big beat. So, what this is telling me is that inflation came in a little bit above what their forecast was, but more importantly, that consumer is spending a lot more than they were anticipating. This will affect Japan's BOJ rates. So then, if we got to take a look over here at, I have on one side the Nikkei and the S&P. So what is going to be interesting, and I'll kind of line them up so we could see it, is going into those Nvidia earnings. We have a spike in the Nikkei, we have a spike in the S&P. Okay, cool. But what's interesting is Nikkei sells off first. You see, Nikkei sells off first going into that London open. And what we'll see in the S&P and also in the Nasdaq is during that overnight session, price actually pins here in this range in the overnight session. So we have Nikkei selling off first while this was pinning following that sell off at that RTH open, which, I mean, Nikkei also has a second sell off going into that RTH open. So, I mean, have been starting to look at the Nikkei, and there's some, I mean, a little bit of correlation. I mean, obviously all these markets are kind of correlated to each other, but I am going to, maybe just take a quick look at Nikkei because it is good to trade sometimes. It's good to be able to trade different markets. And so if I back out into a higher time frame, and this one, shout out Rod, who trades yen. So kind of what I'm seeing here is we kind of start this sequence here, and I believe that this was with that those elections. This correlates with those elections, I believe. But we start this sequence here, go into a little bit of a balance, followed by that breakout of balance, and looks like we're coming back down to retest this balance area.